Alright, hello class. This is my diagram of the Earth structure. On the left side, we have the chemical. On the right side, we have the physical. For the core, I chose a yellow, just a yellow crayon. The mantle, I chose a red crayon. And the crust, I chose a brown crayon. Now the core is made up of two parts: the inner core and outer core. For the inner core, I decided to represent it in a pink crayon. The inner core is made up of iron and nickel, and lengthwise it's around 1,220 kilometers, and it's solid right there in the inner core. And like the average temperature there is around 5,200 degrees Celsius, which is around 9,392 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the most dense layer, and interesting fact is that according to sciencing.com, the inner core is almost the same size as the moon. Moving on to the outer core. The outer core, I chose to represent it in a orange crayon. The outer core is also made up of iron and nickel. Lengthwise, it's around 2,200 kilometers, and like the average temperature is between 4,500 degrees and 5,500 degrees Celsius. This is a liquid, which that's pretty interesting. This is the second most dense layer. To represent the liquid, I decided to like put these LED lights that I have that are red. So yeah, that's just supposed to represent the liquid. An interesting fact about the outer core is that this is responsible for the Earth's magnetic field. Moving on to the mesosphere. Yeah, so I chose to represent it in a light green crayon. This is made of just plastic. It's constantly flowing, and the temperature is around 1,960 K to 2,630 K. I believe the K is Kelvin. It also represents approximately 56% of Earth's total volume, and lengthwise it's around 660 kilometers to about 2,700 kilometers. And as I said, it's made of plastic. And this is the third most dense layer. And moving on to the asthenosphere, I used a kind of like a purple crayon to represent that. This is a solid layer. It's made of iron and magnesium silicates, and the average temperature is around 1,300 degrees Celsius, and the lengthwise is about 100 kilometers to 700 kilometers. As I said, it's a solid layer. This is the second least dense layer. And an interesting fact is the temperature and pressure of this layer is so high that rocks soften and partly melt, becoming semi-molten. And moving on to the last layer, the lithosphere, I used I want to say there's like a gray type of crayon, and this is made up of the brittle is like part of the crust and a little part of the upper mantle right here. And it contains the ocean crust, which is made of basalt, and the continental crust, which is mostly made out of granite. This is the least dense layer out of all the layers. The length is about 100 kilometers. The interesting fact is that it's both part of the crust and mantle, as you can see right here. And yeah, thanks for listening.